Hey, I'm Cesar from Chatwith. Today we are going to share with you the chapter number 2 in this academy we are doing for you. That's just to give you everything as clearly as possible. Today we are going to focus on WhatsApp forms. What is a WhatsApp form, how you do it, etc. First, the form belongs to an agent. So you can have your widgets. This is a set of widgets I have. We are going to use this one as an example. And to edit the form, I need to go to the agent. Inside the agent, I have form and booking. This is two options. We will go first with forms, then we will do a chapter about bookings, but we want to go step by step, okay? First, the widget in chapter number 1. In this chapter is all about the booking. As I mentioned, the booking belongs to the agent. You can define your agent here, name, phone number, other settings you have here, and then we can go to the form. The form is this form where you can ask questions to your customers. The idea is to get valuable information for your business from your customers. In this example, for example, let's ask, the name, WhatsApp number, and then we can ask, how many kilos of honey do you want? And down here, we can ask 1 kilo, 2 kilos, 3 kilos, and we can set the price for each unit. How you do this? In this type of field, you have different options. We are going to go one by one, but this one is an option called drop-down with price. What is a drop-down with price? A drop-down with price is an option for the customer to choose what he wants from a list of elements. In this case is kilos and the price per kilo, okay? So this option is drop-down with price. Before we have type of field telephone, and we can ask for the WhatsApp number. And before we have name, and the type of field is text. And there is a subtype of field, there is a second category, and it's to choose first name. We want to understand this field belongs to the first name as a value for the user. So this will be our form. We ask the name, we ask the phone number, and we ask how many kilos of honey they want. Okay, this is a simple example for you to understand how this works. Then we have this button. This button is down here. We are going to change place order. And now we can add more questions. We can add more elements to our widget. So for example, let's add a new form. It's here. And we can say, for example, we can ask the zip code. Zip code is obviously very valuable. It's down here, zip code. We can do validation for USA. We can do validation for Spain. We can do validation for different cities. And we can, in this case, we can add exclusions. What that means? That means we don't serve a specific zip codes. For example, we don't serve in the 28, etc. zip code. And we can say something like, sorry, we do not serve here. And for each field, you have this option to make it mandatory, require, etc. So now we can reload and we can check how this is working. I need to put my name, I need to put my phone number, I need to put my kilos. And if I click place order, but I didn't put my zip code, it's not working because it's mandatory. So if I put something like this zip code, it's not going to work because it's excluded from the zip codes. Okay, from the zip codes is not. We don't serve this area. Okay, so this is done. This is the form. We can add more questions. I want to show you the questions, the options we have. So for example, you have text, we saw it. Dropdown is just a list of elements. Dropdown with price means the dropdown where we can add price to the element. So in this case, for example, with honey, makes sense to have price. Then we have a dropdown with booking. With bookings means you can add a day and an hour to make a booking. You have time, you have date. Time and date are for you. Options, if you want to have something like when you want to come, but you don't want to make it a booking. You want only to have information collected from the user. I mean that, so it doesn't look like it's making a booking. Or sometimes you want to check, for example, the birth date. If you want to check the birth date, you can use the date format. Or maybe you want to ask for, when, for example, if there is a car insurance, maybe you want to know the date of when they buy the insurance, or when they get the insurance, or when the crash happened. I don't know, something that belongs to date. Okay. Checkboxes are very powerful. Checkboxes is a single option. This is very good for GDPR, consent, privacy, all those things you need to check. You need the user to check this option. And we have done this, has legal documents. So you can add a URL and you can add a link for, for the user to read the privacy policy, for example. So checkboxes are very powerful. Email, telephone, obviously. URL, if you want to ask the user to input their website, for example. A number is like that, but we have some cool validations. You can set a range of values, for example, minimum 10, maximum 200. For example, if you want to ask for, hey, how many guests are coming, or how many kilos do you want, something that the input is going to be a number. Gender, if you want to ask for male, female. Zip code, we already saw it. Hidden is the same. It's very powerful. Hidden is to capture information from the user that is in the browser. Okay. URL source, gclit, FABclit. This is more for media buyers. This is for people who do campaigns. This is for users who do specific stuff. And but this is very powerful. If you do campaigns, you need this one. A file, users can upload a file to you. So this is for you, to get a that type of resources. Can be a photo, can be a document, can be anything. And help text this is the same. This is very powerful. Help text, and this can be something like please share with us your information. And this is a help text. It's just a help text. It's just, there is no value from the user. There is no, it's just text in the form. But if you want to explain the user, things they need to do, if you want to explain the user things they need to share, if you want to make everything more clear for the user, this is something you can use. You can use the help text and you can move it. You can put it here, for example, so the users, your users understand what they need to do. Okay, so the widget is here. The widget is going to look fantastic in the landing page. If you have the landing page, this looks amazing. This is fantastic. If you have the widget, the same, looks amazing. If you have the widget, the widget is going to look like this. Fantastic. You're going to get all the right information from your customers in the widget, and all this information is going to your CRM. Okay, everything is going to be here, and it's going to be sent to your WhatsApp, and also it's going to be sent to your email. Okay, so you're going to get all the notifications you need. Okay, email, WhatsApp, CRM, webhooks, everything. Okay, we want to help you as much as possible. We want to help you with the best solution that is out there. We want to help you with something that makes sense for your customers. That's something that is extremely useful for your business. Okay, and finally, you can use this form inside your website. Okay, this code that is down here, this code, you can use it to embed this form in your website. You don't need to use the widget. You don't need to use the landing page. If you have a website already, let's say, let me go here to this is our WordPress. Let's say you have this WordPress website and you want to add this form inside your website. Okay, you want to have the form inside your page. You copy the code, you go to your website. Let's go here. Let's go here, I guess. Yes, here you can go HTML. You put the code, you click save, and the form is going to be inside your page. You can have your widget, beautiful. You can have the form inside your website. So you can use everything we do for your website, for your contact form, for your landing page, for your lead generation strategy, for everything. Okay, we give you a 100% coherent solution to create the best forms, the best WhatsApp forms, obviously, the best CRM, the best data collection, the best of everything. Okay, so this is lesson number 2, WhatsApp forms. Hope it's clear. Hope you like it. Please contact us. Please send us your ideas. Send us your feedback. We are here to help you. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.